About the trailer. If you're thinking of doing something like this, there's a couple of little tricks I've done with it that has made it really easy. I'm almost ready to go to Joanna Furnace for the Apple Fest up above Morgantown, PA, and that will be on October 8th and 9th of this week. Now, the nice thing about this trailer is a number of things. First of all, you're off the ground, which you'll stay nice and dry. You won't have that dampness coming up. I found that out when I did the Heritage Day at Intercourse, PA. It was really nice being off the ground and not worrying about being on the grass. The other thing, I have one little leak that I have to take care of, and I'll repaint that section. I kept a couple of cans of paint. The paint's very available. It's really available anytime at Walmart. So I'm not worried about trying to match colors in that. You know, it's just something I'm going to use a few times a year. But I can touch it up as I need to go. As you can see, I have most of this already done. I put a black tablecloth and the tan. I kind of altered them. This is tacked down with thumbtacks because it kept flopping in the littlest of wind. It would go back and forth, and people were kept straightening it out. And it's better to do it this way. This way, it doesn't matter if it gets windy. It's okay. It will stay in place. These 3 tables. This is where I'm going to be carving, and I did the same thing with the end piece. Any place where I had the wooden tables sections, I tacked it onto the table. And then these went on inside, so this doesn't really worry about it, messing up or flopping all over. I had them hanging over, but I thought I like it better with it tucked in. Plus, I'll have plenty of room underneath for storage all the way around, so I have quite a bit of space all the way around the trailer. I'll have this all filled, this side and part of the other side, and a little bit on this side as well. The only problem with this side over here is the tongue. So I can put something here, maybe something in the corner. I probably won't put anything there, just probably here on one end. The beauty of having the pop-up, of course, is you don't have to worry about the easy up. The easy up used to have these sides, and I cut them to fit. And as you can see, there's a problem with wind and rain. And I had to figure out a way of taking care of that. So I ended up doing a couple things. Let me go to the other side. I'll show you how I set that up. First of all, I decided I needed something to protect me from wind and rain. So I put a wire across and these shower curtain holders, rings, all the way around, so I can move it wherever it needs to go for the sun. That's the first thing. The second thing is I put it there that I can, and I have an attachment at the bottom of it when I roll it down to hook it to the bottom of the trailer if it's windy. Otherwise it's going to be blowing in and hitting stuff. So that's something else I had to consider. I also have little hooks in the middle to hold the wire up. It's very tight, but I put that extra wiring. These 3 sides, this side, the one behind you, and that one over there, are the white. As you notice, the front is clear. Clear tarps are very expensive, so I took a heavy-duty or medium-grade shower curtain. That's how I got the idea. And if it starts to rain, I can protect it, throw it down, and still see out for a while. In fact, if they want to walk underneath it, they can if it's really storming. But it's an idea I had. The straps that you see, the black straps, I picked that up at Harbor Freight. They were, I don't know, 20 for $6 or so. And they're really nice because you can just rip them off, put them in a bucket, and then roll it up and use them to keep them up again. It's not the nicest looking thing to look at, but it will serve a purpose for sure. One of the things that I think we need to remember is you got to protect your stuff from wind, rain, and the sun. And I know at Hay Creek, this side over here will get the sun because this will be the front where I'll be carving. The higher table is where I'm going to be carving. So that's going to work out really, really well. I think the other thing I also did was I put, instead of putting new tile down, which can be really slippery if it gets wet, if you're jumping in and out of the trailer and walking around the trailer, if you're on grass or if it's raining, decided to put this indoor-outdoor carpet. It was 20 bucks at Lowe's. So I saved money by putting up the old white sides from the old camper. There was no need of redoing that because buying new ones, because I had it here and I might as well make use of stuff that I had. So besides it's windy now and everything's staying in place, which is great. Later on I'll get my turntables out here and I'll put one over there and probably one over here, one on each corner, and I'll put the other stuff around. If I need more room, I'll use this back table. The one thing I have to figure out is how to do the ornaments. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'll come up with something. Maybe string something between the two posts. I need to put some wooden posts underneath the lift, simply because I don't, in case something happens to the cable, I don't want anybody getting hurt. So I'll design something for that as well. Other than that, I think we're pretty well ready for whatever comes on Saturday. Friday and Saturday, I'll have another video of it when it's completely set up. If it does rain, I'll show you how I handled it and how it looks. It's not the nicest looking way of doing it, but at least it will protect your stuff. This is perfect because now I can drive it. You know, I can drive it to where I need it and just open it up and start putting the stuff out. I don't have to worry about putting tables up, putting the tent up, and then leaving everything right here. And then when I come home, I bring everything back into the trailer and bring it on home. So I think it will work out very, very, very well. All this will be cleaned up. This will be all taken care of. There's just enough room here to get inside the door. You know, that's perfect. I got a couple of locks for the outside. So that's going to be really cool. It's going to be an interesting weekend. I'm going to see how people react to the trailer. I spent a lot of time and some money into it, but it's permanent. I can use it year after year. As long as I take care of the roof and take care of the caulking and check it out and make sure there's good tires on it and keep it updated with the state, with the registration and stuff, that I can keep it on the road, it'll be fine. There's a lot of uses you can use this for. This is awesome. I'm so excited to get there on Friday and get this thing semi set up. So all I have to do Saturday is go out, put the stuff up from the floor up to the top, and I'll be done, ready to go. All right, folks, we'll show you another video after. Oh, one other thing that's really neat I want to share with you is when you're working on this, you don't have to reach that far. You can roll this stuff, you can roll this roof down to where it's an easy level for you to deal with. Well, my one shoulder is starting to bother me, so the lower I have it, the better it is for me to deal with. So you can actually roll it up and have it at a decent level where you're not reaching way overhead to get these things back up. Because as you can see, I can reach it now with no problem. I can even lower it more, take all the stuff off, lay them all out, and then roll up the roof and then tack it down to the bottom. I have a couple things to tack it to the bottom of the trailer. All right, folks, I hope that's been informative. I hope this gives you some ideas. And I hope to see many of you at the Apple Fest. If not, I will be at the media show in the William Rush show in media in the beginning of November. So if you don't make it to this show or this event, please come to the carving show down there. I'll have more information on that very, very soon. One other thing, when I lower it, I don't have to do anything to that chair. It's perfect. It fits perfectly in there. There's about a 10-inch gap between the edge and the top, so you can leave that table up. I can leave this stuff up. I can leave some things on the table without any problem. Okay, folks, take care. Have a great weekend, and hope to see many of you there. Bye-bye.